Oh, hi there. Hello. Oh, hello, my friends. It's your boy Clear here. And today I want to talk to you about something that I'm literally still processing, but it was on my heart to talk about tonight. So, the title of this video is Transitioning Without Trying to Be Cis, right? And the thumbnail says passing is not the goal. So, for those of you who are not trans or who are new to the trans community, passing is a term that means passing as the gender that you are transitioning towards. So for me as a trans masculine person, someone who was AFAB or assigned female at birth, who is masculinizing or trans masculine, for me, I have a dream to pass as male. So like I'm walking out in public and a stranger's like, oh, that's a dude. For me, that's what passing as male means. This is a dream of mine. There's no shame in that. All is well. It's just a truth for me. That's a dream. I would love for that experience to be something that I get to embody in this lifetime. And I'm taking steps towards that. I'm on testosterone. I'm on T, right? However, something that I am learning, deeply learning and starting to chew on is the fact that passing is not actually the goal. Yes, it can be a dream and something that I want to embody and experience. But eventually, as I continue to take these steps, continue to take my tea, there's going to come a time when I do have an experience of passing as a man, as a cis man, right? Cis meaning not trans. Cisgender is someone who is not transgender. Transgender is not someone who is not cisgender, right? Cisgender is someone who they identify with the gender they were assigned at birth. So there'll come a time when I pass as a cis man. And however, I don't need to want to be cis. And this is, again, something that I'm still processing. So this video is very much just me diving into that. And there's somebody whose handle on Instagram, oh, hello, little spider. You little spider? Okay, word. We got a buddy over here. Little spirit guide. There's someone on Instagram whose handle is transsexual dreamboat. Shout out to transsexual dreamboat. I follow this person, and they have this commentary. They're trans masculine. They pass as a man, and yet they have just creeping their Instagram today really helped me to remember and chew on the fact that cisness is not the goal. Pretending to be cis is not the goal. Trying to be cis is not the goal. Transness in and of itself has so much value. And I know I talk about the things I love about being trans a lot on this channel and the blessings that it has brought me already in this lifetime. And still, there's this place when I think about my future and I think about dating in the future and I think about having sex in the future. And I think about my trans body. And a lot lately, I've been thinking about my hips and the fact that I have a lot of hip dysphoria. Like, I want my hips to be more slender and to be a more similar size to my waist so that I can look more cisgender male. And I don't think that these standards of cis masculinity and manhood are actually serving me deeply. And I think it's time for me to start to reevaluate what my goals of masculinity are and what my goals of trans and trans masculine embodiment are. How do I really want to show up as a man? How do I really want to show up as a trans masculine person, as someone who is and will always be non-binary in spirit and at the core of who I am? How do I want to show up? Not how do I think it's going to be easiest for me to show up? Not how do I think I want my future lovers to want me to show up? Not how do I think it's going to be easiest for my family to have me show up? Not how do I think it's going to be most understandable to cis heteronormative standards for me to show up? But how do I actually want to show up? How does Clear want to show up? What is my deepest authenticity as a gender expansive individual and soul who gets the privilege of embodying a body in this lifetime? How do I want to show up? What does that look and feel, most importantly, like for me? I don't need to want to be cis. I don't need to try and seem cis. I will never be cisgender, not in this lifetime. And that's a good thing because it means that I'm authentic and authentically me. And that's exactly who I'm meant to be in this lifetime, is uniquely me. And I'm stoked about that. So I'm starting to reevaluate and re identify what my goals are in my expression, how I show up in my body, how I show up in my relationships, how I show up in my sexuality, how I show up in my clothing. And it's intense. Today I was out shopping with my mom. She's such a gem. She's so sweet. She was getting me some clothes because she's a sweetheart. And she's come so far around wrapping her own head and heart around my transness. And it's an honor to be her kid. That's an aside. But we were shopping and I was looking at some more swim trunks. As you know, if you saw my video previously this summer, she bought me my first pair of swim trunks earlier. And so I was going to scoop another pair. The swim trunks that I have currently are, they have like a pleat where my hips get wider because they're generally made for people, cis men, who their hips at the waistband are the same size as they are a little bit lower down. Whereas as an AFAB person, my hips get wider after the waistband. And so there's this pleat in them. Okay, right, details. So I was looking for another pair of swim trunks that fit me a bit better. And I tried on this pair, and this tall cis man showed me to the change room, a bit older. And he kind of had this air about him. And, I don't think that I pass as male right now. Like, I don't think that people look at me and go like, oh, that's a guy. I think some of them might, but especially if I'm interacting with them more, I'm like, I don't think that I'm consistently passing as male, right? So I'm like, this person, I don't know what they think about me, right? I don't know if they think I'm a lesbian, right? I don't know if they think I'm maybe a teenage boy. For those of you who are new here, I'm not a lesbian. I'm a gay man. I'm definitely romantically gay. I'm sexually pansexual, but romantically, I'm gay. I'm attracted to masculinity in men, and right. So that's my truth. I'm not a lesbian. I don't want to be thought of as a lesbian. It's just not who I am. Right. It's just not who I am. So it's interesting being mistaken for someone who I'm not. It can be uncomfortable for me. And suffice to say, this person takes me to the change room where I'm trying on these men's swim trunks. And that already brought up some anxiety in my body. And so I just took some deep breaths, went to the change room, tried on the swim trunks, and tried on this, tank top. And the way it fit over my hips was like kind of too tight for what I wanted. And then the swim trunks, they had the same pleat in them. I didn't realize they were the same size as the trunks I already had. Details, again, details. Got to pay attention there. But suffice to say, I felt dysphoric. And I immediately felt, some tears well up in my eyes. Again, I just took some deep breaths and as calmly and quickly as I could, took off the shirt, took off the shorts, and put my clothes back on that I had come into the store with. And, that's what dysphoria can feel like. It's just something that I observe as a reaction in my body when I don't feel like I'm passing as male. And so it's interesting holding the truth of that experience in my body. And again, just witnessing what's present in me. And then also having this desire, which I'm really articulating for the first time today. Again, shout outs and thank you to Transsexual Dreamboat for this insight and this almost permission, recognizing that being cis is not the goal. Passing isn't the goal. Mimicking and imitating cisgender men is not the goal. So what is the goal? Right? The goal is being me. And so I'm really redefining what that looks like. I don't have the answers at this point, but I just wanted to let you guys in on this process and this moment in my transition, document this moment. And for any other trans masculine people who are having a similar experience, I'd really love to hear what y'all are going through and how you're grappling with this piece, especially non-binary transmasculine people who feel gender expansive, and also have a desire to pass as male and taste that. I don't know if I'll get to a point where I'm passing as male and then I am wanting to taper off tea a bit and regain some fluidity in my embodiment. I expect that once I pass as male, I'll just be like, word, now I can wear super flamboyant clothes again without being mistaken for a woman. I was also trying on these super dope Doc Marten, like technical sandals today. They were so sick. But I was looking in the mirror and I was like, yo, if I wear these out right now, people are gonna be like, oh, it's a girl. But if I was passing and wore those out, it'd be like, yo, he looks fly, right? So I'm really excited for the time when I can re-embrace my more authentic flamboyant fashion, without feeling dysphoric. And again, y'all, really reevaluating where I'm at right now and saying, okay, Clear, like, who can you be when you're not trying to pass as cis, when you're not trying to be or imitate cisness? So although passing is a goal, it is not the goal, and that's a differentiation that I am holding and stating in my journey right now. And I think it's going to take another layer of courage for me to embody my fluidity and in a way that feels more comprehensive and authentic and consistent. And also, again, like, I need to be gentle on myself right now and continue allowing myself to hermit as much as feels right for me and be around people who get it, who I don't feel like I need to explain things to, and just allow myself space to grow and to process this. So this is a moment in me processing. Thank you for witnessing. Thank you for being here with me. I'd love to hear your thoughts about your own gender experience, especially if you are someone who is processing a masculine embodiment transition or any type of transition. All right. I love you so much. I hope this video helped you to get clear and transmit your gorgeous light, even just by witnessing me in my tender, vulnerable, but still powerful and excited space. And my friends, that's all from me for now. Okay. Blessings and love to you as always.